Welcome back, everyone. As you can tell by the title of this video, we are employees again.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to say that because we haven't worked in like 5 years.
Okay, that's a bit of a stretch. We work every day.
Yeah, I mean like for like somebody else. We've always worked for ourselves.
I guess you can tell who's pulling the weight in this marriage.
Yeah.
I'm doing all the work and she's doing nothing. It's not the case.
Yeah, so a lot of you guys have also been curious about how we ended up in Malaysia visa-wise, and we've been kind of hush-hush about it. We said we would share when we're ready, so I think we're ready now to kind of share how we ended up here. So
yeah, interestingly enough, totally by fluke. So
not by fluke, by Allah's plan.
True. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Guess you can't, it's probably blurred out, but 99 names of Allah. So when we first came to Malaysia 10, almost 11 years ago now, or maybe it is 11 years ago, it's been a while, we kind of decided then, like, this is the place that we want to be. We love the tropical weather, we love the people, the culture, the food. So we always had that in our heart that we wanted to come back. And then our trip earlier last year. It's 2025, guys. Get with the program. It really solidified the decision that we had made all the way back then.
Yeah.
And
when we brought the kids, like we wanted to bring the kids so that they could experience what we had experienced like a decade ago.
Yeah.
And they loved it.
And as kids, because they get to go to all the, the water parks, the beaches, see the tropical climate, the jungle. I mean, what more could a kid ask for, honestly? And everything is halal for them to eat. So there's no, we're having the same thing because it's all we can eat when we go out. So it's, So it was great. So anyway, flash backwards to pretty much the first few days that we had arrived in Malaysia. We were still at the Airbnb. We were still recovering from jet lag, and we got an email. Yeah.
And you were still asleep. I woke up to the email. I read the email, and I was like, is this a fake? Like, is this spammy? Like, is this a real thing? Is this actually the company reaching out to us? Like, could this be fake?
Yeah, absolutely.
I remember waking you up and startling you, and I was like, "You need to read this email."
And I'm like,
he's like half asleep.
So as it turns out, it was the creators of Omar and Hannah, the Islamic cartoon, the most beloved, I would say, probably, Islamic cartoon for kids. The company, the people that created Omar and Hannah have created another company, called a streaming platform called Durioo Plus. Yeah, and the email said, we would love to meet with you. We would love to have you come to our Durioo-versary, 2-year anniversary of the company. Yeah.
Okay, so we got this email. They invited us to their 2nd anniversary, basically where they celebrated the birth of the business and kind of talk about the progression and the updates of the app and how it's functioning around the world. And that was a really cool experience. Yeah. I'm going to insert some footage here of like how cool it was because seeing that for the first time was really neat for us.
Yeah, and being invited there, getting to meet the whole team, seeing the mascots and the characters in person was pretty cool. We got to see Abibi, even though we didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude. At that time, we didn't know who he was.
Yeah. And then we finally realized he's like the Muslim version of Blippi. So that was cool.
So then flash forward, the next day, I believe, we had a meeting with them.
Yeah.
And they proposed to us, for us to come on board to work as, the title being
International Marketing Executives.
For Durioo Plus.
Yeah, to expand their international market.
Yeah, so that's what we've been doing. That's probably why you guys have seen us talking about, Islamic cartoons, Durioo Plus, shows that we, like for our kids, replacement for certain shows. Phenomenal company. Honestly, we're so blessed. So we sat down for the meeting, and they proposed we would like you to come to work for us for this, in this particular kind of scope of work. And then they said, we are willing to help you guys and bring you on through the employment pass, the work visa, basically.
Yeah.
So imagine that, guys, that after 11 years of being away from what we love so much, this country, we come back, and within 2 or 3 days, it's like Allah is just like serving you the visa. And again,
it's wild.
We don't know the future, right? So we don't know. We know that we're going to be here for the next 2 years, but beyond that, who knows? But while we're here, we're going to enjoy it for sure. So yeah, it's different. It's different. So we've had many meetings. We go to the it's like I don't even want to call it an office. It's like
headquarters.
Headquarters, I
Durioo
guess. Yeah,
It's really cool. You walk
Yeah.
in, everything is super colorful. Their branding is orange, which is super fun. And you walk in and there's characters everywhere on the walls.
So I mean,
it's super
it's almost like you're going to the fair or something.
Yeah,
it has a
it's
vibe.
really neat. And the cool thing is they make all their designs and animations in-house. Like we get to watch when we go there. I'm so flabbergasted by how talented these people are. But they're sitting there and they're literally like animating all the cartoons and they're like drawing them out. And
I mean, you know they do
it's
it,
so cool.
right? But when you see it, like them actually like, oh, look at this. And they're just like...
I've never seen that. It's so neat. And you guys, their animations are super high quality. Like when I was growing up, they introduced some like Islamic cartoons and stuff on YouTube, and the quality was just not there. It didn't like catch my attention as a child. And these animations are beautiful. Like they're like Disney level, like beautiful animations, and the songs and just
and
everything.
if you guys love Omar and Hannah, which
I'm sure all of you
does,
do, yeah.
Then you'll really love these and appreciate these because they're even better than Omar and Hannah. The quality of the cartoon is better. Just everything in general. So we've been editing actually scripts for Mina and Mila, one of the shows about two little. Are they twin sisters? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. So to be able to like sit there and like edit out
script reading and.
It's a different vibe for sure.
It's been a really cool experience. The founders are incredible, and the company stands for creating like a bright future for Muslim kids. Like if you're new to the Durioo world, it is very similar to like Netflix, YouTube, and Disney Plus, but obviously centered around Muslim kids. The cool thing about it, which I didn't know until we got it for the first time, was that they actually have shows on there that they've licensed from Netflix.
Depending where you are.
Depending on where you are. There's certain shows on there like there's like Number Blocks and Daniel Tiger and
if
like
you live
those
in Malaysia.
Yeah, those like beloved shows that your kids
but
are
again,
used to
even then, those shows are filtered out, and anything that might be, sensitive, that they might deem to be sensitive, they'll take it out.
Yeah.
So it's a great platform for
Super
kids.
safe.
And now, I guess we can mention it, even though it's still about a week away. But they're launching version 2. I guess I'm sure that's what the V and V2 stands for. Of the app. And it's phenomenal.
It's so good.
They've taken YouTube and Netflix and merged them into one.
Yeah. So like when
Easiest way to explain it.
like the thing is a lot of people we're creatures of comfort, right? So when you open the app, you might be like, oh, it's kind of hard to navigate, hard to search, hard to find titles. So they actually created this brand new version that's launching soon that looks very much like
It's Netflix, YouTube.
and YouTube, and it's combined, right? So. And the cool thing is they've really thought about everything. So they don't want it to be addictive either for kids. So for instance, when you're on YouTube Kids, for instance, you're watching a show, kids can scroll, choose a new one, like
choose a new one,
it's addicting, right? So for them, you'll watch a show and then you have to consciously select another one because it'll stop playing.
Yeah, when you scroll up, the show scrolls away and it stops.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it pauses it and it just moves it away so that your child's attention span is not just like.
Yeah, so they've thought of everything. They don't want to make it addicting, but they also want to create a safe streaming platform that your kids can enjoy, and you don't have to worry about like if you need to go and do dishes or you need to do this. You don't have to feel guilty about them retaining whatever is on the platform.
Yeah, you don't have to have that like where you run in and you're like, oh my god, what is this on the TV? Like
nothing questionable. That's for sure. It's safe. It's safe.
And you're not going to find things as I mentioned. Like they're not slipping anything into the videos. Everything is filtered by people to make sure that it's all good and safe. We
have kind of sneak peeked a little bit on Instagram something that we are working on with them. They worked really hard on this, and we're really excited to launch it, inshallah, by Ramadan. We can't say too much right now, but maybe I'll insert just a little clip of us on screen so you can kind of see our reactions to the first time we ever saw it. If you guys can comment down below and let us know what you think it might be, maybe we'll answer your comment and tell you if you're right or not. But we can't say too much right now. We're just letting that slip in there a little bit.
But stay tuned, Ramadan is very fastly approaching.
Very much.
Something very cool. But for us is like
it's mind-blowing.
Totally full circle.
Yeah.
But it's coming.
It's coming. So we wanted to react to one of the original Durioo Plus shows that they created, which is something unlike we've ever seen for Muslim kids. It's a sci-fi. but like Islamic sci-fi.
Yeah.
And it's designed for kind of older kids. It's a really cool show.
Yeah,
like
I don't know.
really cool show.
I think that it might be designed for a little bit older audience, but I think the younger audience would like it too.
Totally.
Yeah.
Our kids did. They really loved it. They're waiting for more episodes.
So we actually got to see the very first episode back at the Durioo anniversary.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this
I
is
know.
so cool. So
It's kind of like Transformers mixed with like,
just show
I don't know. Okay, let's just show you guys. So we're gonna react to it on screen. We're gonna play it here for you. And the cool part about it is you guys can watch episode 1 and 2 for completely free. So we're gonna leave that link in the description below so you can watch that with your family. Make sure you grab your whole family and everybody sit around and watch it together because the first 2 episodes are really cool.
But let's be honest, when we say free, the app itself is so inexpensive and so
affordable.
So much, so affordable, but there's so much benefit to it that it's almost free.
Totally.
Like it's
totally.
It's cheaper
And
than
you
any
can-
other streaming platform.
Yeah, and you can watch it anywhere. So anywhere in the world you can watch it. And honestly, the investment that you get for peace of mind, like nothing else can replace that. So, okay,
All right,
let's
so
watch.
without further ado, guys, we're going to share this with you.
Okay, I'm gonna play it on screen as we're watching it. Totally reminds me of Transformers. It's just like, it's so cool.
This is obviously the
Very
bad guy,
mysterious.
but you don't really get a feel for what is going on.
Yeah.
Right? So the
Yeah.
official trailer starts now.
So this part is really neat. It kind of gives you like the backstory of what's happening, or like kind of sets the stage, I guess.
However, a group of non-believers led by Saleh believed that Islamic principles stifle true freedom. Their strategy, world
And for those that don't know, Seerah is the biography of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and so there's so much Islamic stuff put in here. Essentially, there was a great war and all records of Islam were destroyed, and except for these preserved tablets
With like all the information.
exactly. So our history, right? So the Quran, books of Hadith, and the stories of the prophets, and all of this is preserved in these tablets and scattered across the world. And so
Now there's 2 trackers that want to locate it.
exactly. So they want to go and they want to find all of these things and bring back this again Islamic golden era, I guess
Yeah.
you could say.
That's pretty cool. It's a cool perspective. And I believe there is one of the voice actors is a very famous influencer from Malaysia, right? Alif Sitar. So that's pretty cool too.
I believe you just saw. Well, I looked away. Sorry, guys. Sorry. So there's a verse of the Quran, "We made you the Khalifa over the land." Again, the word Khalifa, not to be scared, guys.
It's so neat. Like kids would not even realize that they're learning about Islamic history as they're watching this. It's just a really cool, refreshing take on a show that kids are going to enjoy. It's so cool.
Rise of the Khalifa.
I literally have goosebumps watching this. Like I actually, all my arms,
It's so
I
neat.
actually have
It's
goosebumps.
so neat that they take like something that's so interesting, obviously,
Yeah.
with Islamic history, and just make it.
Into like an action.
Yeah.
Like you would never think that you could do that.
So I'm thinking like Power Rangers. I'm thinking like
Transformers.
like Avatar, where they have like the units that they sit inside, right? RoboCop. I guess not RoboCop. You probably have no idea who RoboCop is, do you?
Robocar Police. Oh, it's not the same thing.
RoboCop.
So anyways, so there it is, you guys. Watch the trailer. I'm going to leave the trailer down below as well as the 2 episodes, the link on where you can go and watch. Definitely grab your entire family and watch. It's a really cool series. So
Yeah, it gives you that vibe of, again, what I grew up with, that type of stuff, where the action, but not just action. There's a moral to the story. There's education in the story. They put a lot of hard work into this series.
totally. So we'll leave all that information for you guys down below. But that's our story. SubhanAllah, it's been a long journey. We're super, 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 super grateful for Durioo for helping us, move to Malaysia. We're excited for what the future is going to hold. We are really really excited for the content that's going to be coming in the future. We really want to focus a lot of the content on things that are relatable to kids living in the West. So struggles with hijab, like finding halal food to eat, praying
nobody
in public.
else is praying.
Yeah, like things that we struggled with in the West, and showcase that in the shows so that kids can look up to these shows and
it's relatable.
It's
right?
relatable.
It's like anything else where if you see something and you can identify with something or someone, it gives you a sense of comfort that you're not the only one. That other people are dealing with these struggles just like you are, and it's a comforting thing for people that, you know, to know that they're not alone. And so that's a big part of what we have, you know, planned and what is kind of in the pipeline that we can't
talk
a whole
about
lot
yet.
about, but is bringing that type of kind of not necessarily just cartoons, but that type of content to life.
Yeah.
It's been an interesting journey for sure. I think the biggest takeaway here is that you do not know what is in store for you, that you can plan, but indeed Allah is the best of planners. When you travel the path of when you travel the path of knowledge, Allah will make that journey easy for you. And it's the same way that if whatever you're doing it for the sake of Allah, fi sabilillah, that Allah is going to make that easy for you, right? And for us, we're blessed, alhamdulillah, that things have worked out the way that they have. And we're so excited to kind of bring you guys along on the journey and see what it's like to live here in Malaysia.
And we're excited to see what the future holds.
Yeah. So let us know down below, guys, what you want to see, right? Because there's so much.
Yeah.
So much to see, so much
Let us
to
know
do.
what shows your kids are interested in, what you want to see on the platform, and we'll take that feedback back to the team.
Absolutely. So thank you guys so much for coming along on this journey. We literally couldn't have done it without you. So
Take care, guys.
All right. Assalamu alaikum.